Gorse Mills Studios is a non-residential community featuring over 50 artists. Currently on display in its gallery is work by Topher Cox. He is a professional photographer, but he decided to show off his other artistic endeavor, woodworking, in a show called Within a Tree. Antonetta Corraglia stopped by Gorse Mills Studios to speak with Topher about his current gallery exhibit.
I was probably going through YouTube and all of a sudden these videos started coming up about making wooden bowls, and I said, I'd like to try that. So I contacted a guy up in Salem at Boston Wood Turning, and I went up and had a lesson, and then I started doing it myself in my basement. It was really exciting to be like, hey, I made a thing, and my wife was really excited, and I'd go downstairs and I'd come up with another thing, and then I'd go downstairs and I'd come up with another thing, and at first she was really excited, and then she started to get a little worried, like, where are all these bowls gonna go? What are we gonna do with them? And then so I decided we need to have a show.
About this piece that you made.
So this is actually made of a root ball of a tree, so underneath the ground. And when you take away everything, you see all the different parts and all the different branches and roots that go out, and you never really know what's going to be inside there.
What inspired you to make this? Like, what was your vision?
I'd like to say that I had a vision. But really, I just want to experiment with new things. I've only started doing this in January. So right now, I'm just trying different pieces of wood, seeing how they work, see what happens when you get into them. Because obviously, each piece of wood is different, and what's inside, you have no idea until you get in there.
And so you are saying that this is your favorite piece. What makes this your favorite piece?
I think one of the things I love about doing the root ball is that you get all these different textures and eyelets, and you can see all the different root systems that were going to come out of here. And then in here, there might have been rocks and other things that when the tree fell over, it just left that all behind. So you can also see inside is just everything that went on in here and all the different ways the tree was moving. I tend not to purchase any wood. All the wood that I've gotten has come from firewood piles, from the side of the road, from people's scrap piles. And so I take them downstairs and, you just put it on the lathe and just more and more. And I really want people to be able to touch them and feel them. That's what it's about, that they should feel good in your hands.
This is a very interesting piece.
This was a part of a branch where it goes off in both directions, and then you just turn it and it fights and it spits because it's all out of balance, and then slowly it kind of calms down and lets you become a piece. This one is just all different scrap pieces that I got off of different pieces of wood, and I put them in a bucket with some resin. It's the same thing that bowling balls are made out of.
Wow,
okay. Yeah, and this was my first resin project, and if somebody who was an expert saw this, they'd be like, you did a really bad job because it has so many cracks and bubbles. But when it came out, I actually like it because I feel it looks more like the ocean.
Yeah. This exhibit is going on until November 26th, and the studio's open every day from 11 to 5. And 20% of the proceeds are going to One Tree Planted. Why did you choose One Tree Planted?
Well, obviously all these pieces are made from wood that's no longer alive. So we need to renew that source, and we need to renew it for the world.
Thank you so much for showing me around. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for coming.
And it was great to see all these pieces.
Thanks.